As Yama's 101 on the internet, and welcome to the Steeds Wrestling Podcast. I'm here with my good friend Luke,
What up?
my other good friend Kieran,
What's up?
and my other good friend Christian.
What's going on, guys?
And we are here today to answer your questions you've asked over the past couple weeks on our Instagram page. And Christian has all these questions saved, so I'll pass over to him.
So the first question we started off with was, what is your favorite finisher? Now, we'll start off with a little bit of some of the answers we got. We got the RKO, which was, personally, it's one of my favorites. I really love that move. We have Ricochet's finisher, which is one of the most interesting ones that I've seen over the years. It's absolutely amazing. And then we had, I believe, the Code Breaker. Code Breaker is very interesting. There's two different kinds. You have WWE's version, which is still good, but this New Japan version of the Code Breaker, oh my God, it's amazing. It's amazing.
If you go through like some of the like newer guys, kind of they're not really doing it.
Kind of throwing in the Code Breaker in there,
throwing it
yeah.
into their move set, and if you watch some of them do it, it's beautiful. It's a work of art.
But then you see Chris Jericho do it, and you're just like,
God,
oh shit, it's Jericho.
you know what though? It's because Jericho has that legendariness to him, where
It's because
like,
Chris Jericho
it's
is
Jericho's
Chris
move,
Jericho. Chris Jericho's
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
Chris Jericho. The guy is a known superstar for over years, and it turns out we're all not coming together, so that kind of sucks. But
This is
okay.
really depressing.
But yeah, I feel like the Code Breaker is one of the most underrated finishers, because like, you kind of watch it by some people, and you're just like, oh, it's all right. But New
Yeah.
Japan, it's just, I see it, and I love it. Because he goes so hard, and you see guys like Omega, they sell it beautifully. Naito, Pentagon.
Because New Japan is also a lot harder hitting.
Oh, it's harder. That's
a
why
lot
you saw
harder
such a difference between AJ Styles and Shinsuke and New Japan compared to WrestleMania. Big difference. It was still hard hitting, but not as hard hitting as their New Japan match years ago. So,
Yeah. It's a lot different. It's two different universes, 100%.
we also saw the Oscar Lock as one of the finishers. I like that one. I think
enjoy
Oscar
the
has a
Oscar
nice
Lock.
finisher. I enjoy Oscar's finisher. I
I
enjoy
like
it.
what they're doing with her and Naomi, where it's
I didn't mean that. I didn't
Where
mean
it's-
that.
Oh, what
where it's basically like her and Ember Moon, or not. Jesus,
Yes.
Ember Moon. Naomi. Sorry, Naomi doing the rear view as like a move.
Yeah. Well,
I
I mean, you
really
see them
enjoy it.
kind of setting up a lot of tag teams. All right, first of all, are we escaping the cage or pinning?
Of course, escaping. There's no other way.
I'm just asking.
I never played this.
I like Asuka's finisher. I think it's a solid move for her. I think it's
It's very
another one of those.
innovative, too.
It kind of comes out of nowhere sometimes too. It looks appealing when it comes out of nowhere. I like that one.
Yeah, no.
That's one of
know,
my
I know. Obviously,
top
like
ones.
one of the top ones that people obviously enjoy right now is Ronda's armbar, because she does it like nobody else. But I mean, we were talking earlier, and I mean, most of us agree that it's really solid. But I mean,
I think
me
it's a good armbar.
I'm excited for like her future, because that armbar is gonna turn into her own innovative thing, where she's gonna have to do it on the fly, and she's gonna have to figure out how to do it on the fly in a match, which is gonna make it like literally into her own thing, where like the armbar is gonna be remembered as Ronda's move.
Yeah.
And it's not like
I kind of agree.
like Becky's got the disarmor, but like
I think,
that's
but
different. It's still
exactly. There's people that said like, Becky's armbar is better than Ronda's armbar, but they're not the same armbar.
No,
They're not the same.
It's different.
They're
A
two
lot
different
different.
armbars. Ronda's is more of a straight, like I'm pulling her arm fully, and Becky is more of kind of like a cross. I don't know, like a cross arm bar.
It's a weird. It's literally like
It's its own version
Oh
of
shit.
an armbar, and
Yeah.
she's beautiful with it. Becky is
Oh
that's
my
one
God.
of one of the top spots in WWE right now. It's amazing. I love Becky
Yeah.
Lynch. Everything about that is perfect. So I'm trying
Yeah.
to remember some more. I think that's mainly
I think that
all
was
I
it. I think that
remember.
was really it.
And
I mean,
Black Mass is in
yeah.
there.
Oh yeah. I was
Oh
about to say
yes,
Black
yes, the
Mass was
Black
another one.
Mass. Oh my goodness, the
You know
Black
what's funny though?
Mass.
The Black Mass is
Jeez.
so simple. It's just the way that Alistair does it himself.
It's everything about
The way he
Aleister
moves with
Black.
it.
It's Alistair. It's Alistair, man. It's not even the Black Mass. It's Alistair because it's just a
You
straight
know,
roundhouse kick,
it's
which
it's
we've
really
seen before in
but
WWE.
it's
But-
but it's the way it's done, the way it's
Yeah.
sold. NXT, Johnny Gargano, Ciampa, the Dream, they all sell it so much better than what it possibly could be. It's
Oh
a
my
great
God, yeah.
finisher, but they sell it like look at Gargano at the last takeover.
Yeah,
Like, Jesus
where he
Christ.
was leaning
No,
on.
he ate both of them and leaned
Yeah.
on him and essentially had him just like pick him up. Pick him up. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I think that's close to like my top finisher right now. So
Oh fuck.
we'll give our opinion. So we'll start off Luke, your opinion, favorite finisher. And I just realized, James, you just fucking cracked me. We're on the same team.
I know. I didn't mean to. I was trying to help you out with Edge.
All right. Yeah.
No, my top one is
How do you
by
climb out?
far L1.
And then you tap the buttons that says.
Oh,
Yeah.
My favorite
That's
one
pretty
by far is the RKO.
Yeah.
By
Yeah,
far.
I agree. Yeah. I
It's just
completely
it's
agree
so
with you.
it came
Kind of biased.
Oh my
Orton's
God.
my favorite wrestler, so like a little bit of bias there, but not really. I think the
No,
fact
it's
it
just-
comes out of nowhere, like I'll finish. I'll let you finish. I'm getting ahead of myself. I just love Orton. My bad.
The way it like comes out of nowhere, the way he does it, there's no one that does a cutter like him.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no one that does a
True.
cutter like him.
True. He took the
And-
cutter. Who
and, like-
climbed out? Who the fuck
Kieran.
climbed out?
Kieran, so I'm on my own now.
God damn it, Ken. Get
I
over
thought
here.
James was
Um,
gonna get me. I couldn't
I-
figure out how to get down.
I was trying to.
No,
James.
but like even if you look back, oh my God.
It's 2-on-1. What are you doing?
Even if you look back and look at the way
Escaping.
He-
Okay, 1-on-1. Let's do
he
this.
did the RKO on Cena through the table after the
Yes.
like from the attitude adjustment.
Or
Evan Bourne,
yes,
obviously.
yes,
Evan Bourne,
yes.
obviously. And you
That-
know what's
that was-
one of the
yes.
most underrated RKOs
Oh, dude.
ever.
No, you gotta let me know. I would have
Is-
slammed him.
is Seth
Is-
Rollins.
I love this.
The curb
Oh,
stomp into
the
RKO.
curb stomp. Yes.
That is the most
I was-
underrated RKO.
I think a lot of people were surprised when he won that match to begin with because of the role
Yeah.
Seth was on. Like Seth was on a roll, if I remember back then. Like
Yeah, no, he was
he was really
killing
going
it.
in because they were feuding with each other, and that was back when you had the Authority, and
yeah.
if I remember, he turned on they just started fighting each other. But yeah, that RKO
no.
was a beautiful.
And you know what
and
was
to
funny?
do it, and you see the botch by Christian one year where he did the run off of Edge's back to the outside and slipped. So you see how slippery it could be, and
Yeah, no,
to
100%.
time that perfectly, it was interesting to see. It was beautiful.
Yeah, no, and then you also have the I was reading up on it, and they were saying that they practice it, and they could never get it right, so they decided that they weren't gonna do it.
Oh,
Oh, they
big.
couldn't get that spot
Oh
right.
wait,
during the match?
don't do
Yeah.
it yet. Don't do it yet.
Okay.
Somebody
Okay,
asked
okay,
in
no,
the
no,
chat.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Somebody asked in the chat
Stop
for
him,
us to do
stop
a
him.
super kick
So-
into a pedigree.
All right, stop him.
There
Stop
we
him.
go.
So
All right,
do
get him
this.
up.
it
Let's
was
do this. Let's do this.
God, this is
I hope
not
I
bad,
can do
both
it.
of me.
I hope I could do it.
Oh,
fuck you.
He countered it.
Fuck you.
I'm on my own. I'm literally
Outcast
on my own.
Productions.
I'm
I'm
screwed.
sorry. He wanted to counter that.
Yeah, no, they were talking that they couldn't get it right. They couldn't get it right, and then
Seth
like
and Orton.
yeah, and then middle of the match, I'm pretty sure it was Seth said to Orton, go for it.
Do it.
And dude, they sent it, and
You know-
for something that couldn't work the whole time,
Yeah, oh,
They
shit,
got it.
man.
They got
they
it beautiful.
nailed it. Nailed it.
I mean, in my opinion, you could see that Seth takes
Oh,
a
here we
lot
go.
of chances in
Time to
matches.
go.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he shoots his shot. And, you know, there's probably times where they look at it like, oh, don't do that. Don't do that. And they do it. And it's like, all right, like, that was solid. And you look back, it's like they didn't really plan that. It was just kind of, he did it to do it. Oh, he's going to get me. He's going to get me. Are you? Oh,
Yes,
my God.
yes.
Good job, Luke.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Fall. Yes! It's
Come
over.
on, come on, come on, get him,
Christian,
get him, get him, get him.
your cousin
All
Jack
right, we're
says
kind of
hello.
getting off topic.
Hold on, hold on.
Your cousin Jack, he says hello.
Hello? Hello? Nice getting some fans on there.
Good match, guys. Good match, guys.
I'm pretty sure it's my cousin Jake, not Jack, but
Oh, it says Jake. Oh,
Thank you.
my bad.
yeah, there you go. Good job, James. You're a genius. But
That was my bad.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
definitely easy.
Well,
And then also
the
the most recent RKO was on Rey Mysterio.
but we're skipping over probably the greatest RKO of all time with Evan Bourne.
You know
I
what?
mean, who
No.
comes up with that? What?
No.
Into that
I love it.
from that move to time that
Oh, yeah.
perfectly into an RKO.
Yeah, 100%. It's
That's
don't
fucking
get me wrong.
sick.
Don't get me wrong. It was amazing. Don't get me wrong. Rey Mysterio's was harder to put together. Think about it. It's less timing. It's a lot less timing.
It's a lot
Evan-
less timing. but
Evan Bourne-
Evan Bourne has to be able to do that move with the confidence that Orton is going to catch him without breaking his neck.
Not even that.
Mysterio
just has to-
flying out from the ring, just sliding out like he normally does, and Orton just is he's just there. What the fuck? Where's John Morrison come from?
No, the reason why it's
I gotta
different
start
is
downloading,
because,
guys. I like that.
Evan Bourne. That's Evan Bourne's finisher. That's all he does. All he did
Well-
was his normal finisher, basically planning
Yeah.
to land on his stomach, because that's all that was.
I mean, but Mysterio does that
Mysterio?
sliding
he does-
move.
he does
a
it all
lot.
the time, but it's a lot more of a
He
risk.
does it a lot.
It's a lot more of a risk. Think about it, because he's
It's-
sliding
it's-
forward. He's sliding
He
forward.
is.
If they time that
He
slightly wrong and Ray goes into Orton's shoulder, Ray's
Yeah.
dead. Ray is dead.
I'm just
If-
going to show
if they-
Orton is Orton, and he's
Orton's
just
Orton.
fucking amazing. For someone who really doesn't really act like he gives a shit that much, he's really fucking
Who
talented.
cares? He's good, man.
He's really fucking
awesome.
talented. For a guy who looks like he doesn't really care that much, doesn't really look like he puts that effort in, he goes out there and shows off.
He's just
really
that good,
well.
though. That
I have,
he doesn't
uh,
really
he is.
I have a question
He
from
is
one
that
of the viewers. Mike is
What's
asking, who's the best wrestler in NXT, in your opinion?
Oof, that's a hard one.
Jeez. I mean, best wrestler?
In your opinion. Now, I don't think he's talking all time. I think he's just talking recent.
No, you're talking NXT.
Yeah, NXT like current.
NXT's
probably.
not all time. It's got to be current. Jeez, that's tough. That's because
a
Ricochet
hard one.
is. I would.
I go with Pete Dunne.
Jeez. Pete Dunne is good, but we don't see a
I
lot
was
of
gonna
him.
say Pete Dunne, but then I'm thinking as overall wrestler,
Yeah,
like
I don't think it's
promos
Pete
and
Dunne.
everything, I'm gonna have to go with Ciampa.
Yeah,
Overall skill
Yeah.
and promos,
I think
have to go with
Ciampa's put on some of the best matches of the year. His promos are
Promos.
the best, and the guy is the top heel in the company. Probably all around, honestly, all throughout wrestling, he might be the best heel
I
throughout
know it.
wrestling.
I'm gonna give mine to actually Velveteen Dream.
I was gonna go towards Dream. That's
The
what I was
reason why
gonna-
I give it to
but
Dream
I
because
want now. I
his
want to see someone
storytelling,
else.
but like he doesn't even like he does a promo while doing the match just by wearing his ring gear.
I know now. Now I really don't want to say Dream. Now you put me in a
I would say Ciampa.
tough spot.
Mike
Can
Ciampa.
we all acknowledge that Cassius
No,
Ohno
Adam-
is only a 73?
Yeah, it's NXT guys got fucked. But I think Adam Cole. You know, I'm gonna go with Adam Cole. I think Adam Cole is really fucking good. I really love Adam
Any
Cole.
chances of
Adam
Brian
Cole, baby.
reuniting?
Come on. Why is King Booker teaming with John Morrison? I love it. I love it. Let's just keep going. But I'm gonna say Adam
hold
Cole.
up,
I think I love Adam Cole. Adam Cole, baby. Come on. You gotta
Adam
ride
Cole
that
is a
wave
solid
while it's
one.
hot. Adam Cole. If we're talking who the most
Adam
over
Cole,
superstar
baby.
is in WWE, I think it's Adam Cole. I really do. Because I went to SmackDown Live, and all I kept hearing was Adam Cole chants. We went to NXT TakeOver. No matter what match was happening, you heard an Adam Cole chant. This guy is probably the most over wrestler in the company right now, and he puts on great matches. He's got great matches going out there. I think he's fantastic. I love him.
James, Kieran, what are your favorite finishers?
Favorite finishers. Yeah, let's get back to that.
Yeah, let's get back on
Favorite
topic.
finisher.
Yeah,
Here, you go
let's-
first.
It wasn't really off topic, but
My
No,
favorite
just
finisher
let our fans.
When I went to take
all
over the
time,
games, I
I'd
heard
probably
some-
have to say Goldberg's spear. That thing
Uh-huh.
literally looked vicious.
Go on.
Looked absolutely.
I like his
Break a guy
because it's so different.
It looks
Than everyone
the most
else's.
real spear I've
the
ever
spear is
No.
a very hard move to master.
It is.
There's
It's a hard. No, no, no. I don't think it's a hard move to.
Yes, Adam Cole, Triple H, Golden Boy.
Hello?
What just happened?
I think his mic cut off.
Yeah, my mic cut off. Yeah, my mic cut off
Proceed.
that time.
Proceed.
I
Yeah,
was
no,
like,
no, yeah,
what?
you know, I'm back. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, I'm back. It just fucking happened. Get over it. Shit happens. Get over
No,
it.
the
Mics
the only
happen,
reason-
mics come off.
only reason I say it's like hard to master is because it's not mastering the move. Mastering the move is easy.
It's making
mastering
it your own. It's making
yeah,
it your own.
mastering your own spear.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
the
I was gonna
difficult
say.
part.
It's not.
That's why I even
Yeah.
like Bobby Lashley's where he does the front flip after, where he does like the roll
Yes.
with it.
Yes.
Like Goldberg's
Roman
is just vicious.
Roman's was a little different.
Romans
know.
does a dive. Romans is a pure dive.
Yeah, Roman's was different. Even Charlotte. Charlotte's got a pretty decent one right now.
You know, I'm not a fan of her.
I'm
Of
not,
her
but
spear.
it's decent.
I'm not a fan. It's not bad. It's not terrible.
It's a spear that legitimately, how do I put? It looks good by a woman superstar to do that spear and make it look good, because I don't remember the last woman that really went out there with a spear and was
I
just
would
taking out their
enjoy
opponent.
to see Ronda Rousey do a spear.
I
think
wouldn't mind it.
I
It's
think the
tough.
spear also
It's tough.
depends on not just the person doing it, but the person taking it. Like,
Absolutely.
When
Dolph
Flair did
Ziggler?
it on Rousey, it looked really good at
Yeah. Yeah,
Hell in a
at
Cell, whatever it was.
TLC, not TLC. Well, not just past Survivor Series.
Survivor Series, yeah. And then like Ziggler, like you said, like Ziggler obviously sells like a madman, and like he makes every spear look amazing, no matter who does it.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, but it's definitely one of the harder moves to make your own, just because so many people do it. You know, so it's like
Yeah, look at Edge. Edge
Yeah.
made his career off the spear. You know, his career
more of
move
like a
was the
Little
spear.
shoulder tackle.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of guys that, you know. Oh, jeez. Oh, my bad. I was
Sorry.
doing other shit.
Snake
looking
King
at
says
other
his favorite
information.
NXT wrestler is Adam Cole.
Thank you. I agree with you. I love you. I love you. But I love the spear. I love the spear. Goldberg's spear, very solid. A spear is tough. It's a tough move to look good and look natural and not stiff when you do it.
yeah. And
Because
even
I
if
think
like,
a good amount of people can, but you gotta pull it off, because and what I love about the spear is it's one of those that could come out of
Future
nowhere.
WWE champion
You know,
Yeah.
Roman did it off
Golden Boy.
Shane during that Survivor Series match. What was it, 2 years ago?
that should not
Edge
have
did it-
happened though, but
Yeah, it happens. It should actually no. It's a move that definitely does happen more often than not in those situations. Like, looking at it, I saw Roman, I saw Shane, and saw that happening. Like,
Yeah.
It was something that you saw happening. But Edge and Jeff Hardy, who saw that coming? Where you have
Oh my
Jeff
God.
Hardy dangling from it was.
It was like 15
wasn't a
feet or
title,
20 feet.
but it wasn't a title. It was a money bag, right? Dangling from a money
No.
bag.
No, it's the title.
was the title.
Was?
Yeah.
I thought he had a money bag.
No, because it was.
I don't
I'm
remember
pretty sure it was
the title.
actually from the first ever TLC match.
It was.
Yeah.
It was from that.
So, and that was for the titles.
So I'm gonna
'Cause
answer
you
my
had the Dudley
question.
Boys, the
I'm gonna
There
answer
were
my
a lot
answer
of
real
moves in that.
When we get
Yeah.
a chance, I'm gonna answer my question real quick. Well, at least my answer for
Yeah,
this
favorite
question,
finisher.
because we got a couple
Adam
questions
Cole.
coming in the chat. But
Oh,
my
shit.
favorite
All right, what's
finisher,
yours?
in my
Just-
opinion, like it's hard for me to pick a favorite finisher, but like one that always stands
Oh,
out to
let's
me
go!
that I always think about is Evan Bourne's shooting star press. Like, I just think it looks very clean.
I liked it, but there's so many moves
Like I
now
would,
that
like
are-
obviously
are
I would
better
say the
than that,
Swanton
honestly.
bomb, but like Evan Bourne shooting star press, I just
don't
remember
get me
it being
wrong.
so
Don't get me
clean.
wrong. I love the shooting star press, but does anyone remember when
Again,
Kevin
the
Owens
RKO.
was doing corkscrew backflips and nonsense as a big man?
Yeah.
So like I love. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm saying, I
What's-
love the shooting star press, but I can't. I just don't know. I don't.
But, like, what-
I don't find it
what's-
as one of those amazing finishers anymore.
Was it
After
Evan
watching these
Bourne?
big men do it.
Was it Evan Bourne who got his shooting star press returned into an RKO? Or returned
Yeah.
into
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, that was what we were talking
Yeah,
about
that's what we're
before.
talking about. Yeah,
okay, that's what I was thinking
Yeah.
about. Okay. I just
yeah.
remembered
I
that.
love the shooting star press. It's a great move, but I just
Uh,
don't. I
what
don't
else?
view it as a great finisher to a match anymore because I see.
Yeah.
Oh fuck you!
One of
I
the
see so many good things.
one of the questions that we have here, Mike has asked, who is the best overall wrestler in terms of promos?
The Miz.
Ciampa.
The
Yeah,
Miz.
well-
The Miz.
Depends on. Are you
Miz.
doing? Are you doing?
The Miz or Kevin Owens. It's one of those two.
Yeah.
I think it's without a doubt either the Miz or Kevin Owens. There's no
Nah,
debate.
I like Randy Orton's promos. I really do.
Randy Orton doesn't cut that great promos.
I mean,
really
the
doesn't.
psycho
He really
shit that he
doesn't.
does.
Well,
Yeah, but that's
it
different.
depends because when he was
Like,
the
do you
Legend
remember
Killer.
Do you remember that? Do you remember
Well, the
that
Legend
rivalry
Killer
he
promos
did
were good,
when he was with?
but you're gonna tell me that
was it Legacy?
Legend Killer promos are better than the promos that the Miz cuts weekly.
But what about when he was with
Or
Legacy
Kevin
and he was
Owens.
Well, no, but I
when
mean-
he punted Vince in the head? Like that
Yeah,
was
he
sick
cut a
with
lot
me.
of good promos during that time, but the Miz cuts great promos every
Well,
week.
Yeah, but if
Kevin
you're
Owens-
talking all time, it's The Rock.
Dean Ambrose cuts.
Oh yeah. True.
Somebody-
If you're talking all
I thought
time,
we
it's
were
The
going.
Rock.
I
without a
thought
doubt.
we were
If we're
going just
doing
now.
current,
Yes.
if we're doing current, it's
Obviously,
definitely Miz
all
or
time,
Owens.
yes.
One of our
Yes,
viewers
obviously
said
all time
Ambrose cut
is
some
The
dope
Rock.
promos.
He does, I think, but I don't think he's better than Owens, The Miz, and no one's better than The Rock. We're talking.
No, you
I
can't.
wasn't talking all time. I was talking like right now. Obviously, I think The Rock cuts the best promos. The jabroni beating, pie eating, trailblazing, eyebrow raising.
I'm in trouble right
Yo,
here. Whoever's my
you can
teammate.
go off anything.
Seth Rollins. I'm in trouble.
Anything.
I'm in trouble.
Oh, really?
Christian, you just keep missing the freaking.
Yeah, I'm not. I really don't like you.
Another question somebody asked.
What was deep about?
Another question was, what's your favorite moment from War Games?
Damn
Yeah.
it, you piece of go.
We actually discussed that in the
this
last promo,
this coming
in the
War
last
Games.
podcast.
No, this
This
past
War
War
Games?
Games. Yeah, this past War Games.
This past War
That-
Games.
That was discussed in our last
it was.
podcast.
Uh,
Go listen to that if you want to find out.
It was. It was. We did.
That's not
we
our
did
problem
talk-
on this one. Appreciate the
We did.
questions, but that is not
Yeah.
our problem on this
we
podcast.
did talk about that one because we reviewed War Games.
We reviewed War Games
No,
Survivor
no,
Series.
no, it wasn't the last one. No.
Oh no, it was two
Two
ago. I
ago.
apologize. It was two ago. I
Survivor Series
apologize.
and War
Two-
Games. It was
2
episode
ago,
1 of the
we
podcast.
discussed what happened at War Games and what our favorite moments were, what our favorite matches were. So tune into that one. We gave our full answer on that. It was Jesus Christ. You guys just downloaded all these guys. All right, I gotta get on and download people because I'm versus Morrison, Cody Rhodes. Where's Kenny Omega? Huh?
Wouldn't
Anyone?
let me download them. I tried.
Um,
Any more questions? Any more? that you want
Any
to
more
answer
popping
before?
up? No, get Goku out of here, James, before I kill you and your children.
Stop playing with Goku. Stop.
We don't have any
Goku's
questions
not
right
winning
now.
the
I would
Dynamite.
All right.
I would go with one of the questions
So
that we have.
Again, I'll talk. My favorite move is the RKO. I went over that before.
Yeah.
Love the RKO. Favorite move. Favorite wrestler. Love everything about him. I love it.
Well, obviously,
Um,
my favorite of all time is the Swanton Bomb. But
Yeah, well.
if I had to think of
yes.
one that
Yeah.
stands out of my mind,
Yeah.
it's Evan Bourne's Shooting Star Press is always
So,
so funny.
the next question of the week was favorite entrance.
entrance.
Superstar on NXT.
This was
Okay,
interesting.
hold up.
This is
Let's
interesting.
stop this right here before we go anywhere. Obviously, Undertaker's has the most
Yes,
iconic of all
that's
time.
It's not really
That is not
fair.
a question. That is not
It's-
this
I
question. It
think
is your favorite entrance.
It's
Obviously, Undertaker is involved in this conversation.
Undertaker,
but
we all recognize Undertaker as the icon. You know, you hear Undertaker's gong, and you immediately know what's going
shut
down.
up. You shut up and you
You know
look.
what's going on.
You
It don't
find out.
matter.
You
Like
listen,
I
you
hated
pay
hearing
attention.
that gong during WrestleMania. I was disappointed, but
Oh, yeah,
I
versus,
still recognize the
Cena.
fact that I heard it. So I loved it. I love Undertaker, but we're talking favorite entrances, and we got a few. We got it was Finn Balor. Finn Balor's entrance was
Finn
one.
Balor was the top one.
That was definitely it's one of those that are up there for me. I really like that one. It gets the crowd involved. It's in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Entrances are tough. Entrances are
Entrances
tough
are hard.
to
You have to figure
get
it out,
the
man.
fans into. It's not easy.
Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, we also had, I believe, a couple of them were like Shinsuke, Asuka, and
Shinsuke, Asuka, and there was
one
one
more in that
more.
one. Hold on, I think I have it screenshotted.
It was Shinsuke. Shinsuke's new one, I'm very big on because you don't have the same kind of feeling that you had in the beginning when he
Asuka,
was the
Shinsuke,
face.
and Shawn Michaels was the
Shawn Michaels is iconic.
Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is in the same conversation as
a Taker,
Undertaker, yeah.
Taker-esque. Shawn Michaels is iconic. He has that. He's got that pose on the stage. That moment on
Yeah.
the stage really sits in. You think of Michaels, you think of his entrance. You think of his entrance attire is always.
And you know what's funny though?
a big
He's
thing.
he's one of very few people who have had an entrance botch,
Yes.
and nobody really remembers it because of how iconic his entrance actually is.
If I
Because
had
you
to-
remember his Mania entrances, you remember his attire, you remember it, what
Remember
he
everything.
does.
And then of course you have
But
his
you don't.
matches that are amazing.
Like when I'm thinking of
The Rock. Oh
entrances,
God, we're going up against The Rock.
There's The Rock, and that's the bottom line. Oh man,
I'm
we
thinking
should
of
put Stone
entrances
Cold in
like the
here.
one that
Why
hypes
did we
me
not
up
have
modern
Stone
day.
Cold?
I think Seth Rollins really hypes me up in the modern day. Like with entrances, like
it
with
does.
that burn it down.
Yeah, the burn
oh,
it.
that
I
like
do you remember how they botched to burn it down?
back
How
in
they
the day.
botched it in the beginning? How they changed it? They
Oh, yeah, they had it in the
started
beginning,
off
right?
with the burn it down. Yeah, it started off with his entrance.
Down, and then
It
it went
started
through
off with the entrance, and then burn it down was in the middle, and then everyone got into it, and then all of a sudden I heard a change, and it was weird because you had the fans into it. It was a good thing to have, and then it was gone. And now, of course, it's back, and I love it. I think it's amazing. I think it really and it adds to him because now it's in his signature moveset too. So
Yeah.
that little thing added to him.
I'm gonna throw a little merchandise pitch out there for Rollins right now. Did anyone see his new shirt?
I have.
It's
I didn't
actually
buy
pretty
it,
dope.
though. Well,
I did
don't-
not buy it.
What
but it's
is
pretty
what
dope.
does the lettering stand for? Do you know?
Seth freaking. I don't know what the N stands for.
That's what I didn't understand either.
I know it like it's Seth freaking
I figured it was
Rollins.
Seth freaking Rollins, but I don't know what.
I don't know what that ends for.
Stands for. But yeah, that's a very good entrance. Triple H, iconic entrance.
Any Triple H Mania.
Speaking
Yeah.
of Triple H,
Anyone
Speaking of Triple
with,
H.
when Triple H has Mania, you're gonna
About
get
the way they
an
have
entrance that is
Braun
worth
Strowman.
sitting down and watching.
And you know what I enjoy about that too is that a lot of times he'll use NXT superstars
Yeah,
in his entrance
He
too.
had Charlotte,
Charlotte,
Alexa,
Sasha, Bailey, Alexa, yeah. No,
Yeah,
he didn't have
them.
Bailey. He didn't have Bailey.
He had his Terminator. When he was the Terminator, he had a few.
Yeah.
I don't
Actually,
remember who,
the
but I
Terminator
know he
was like
did.
my least favorite one.
I think it is mine too. It's definitely mine. But I think that's because of the fact that they did it in an outdoor location
Open.
with
Yeah.
with a daytime lighting, and if you dim the lights and you add to it, it definitely would have been a dope entrance to have.
Yeah, it would have been. It would have been a lot
Definitely
better.
would have been a real solid entrance to have if you just had the lighting better.
On the
I mean,
topic
it's hard.
on the topic of Triple H, I have a question here. Triple H or Shawn Michaels, if he had to pick one or the other, who would you prefer?
Oh.
I say I say Triple H. I for the main fact that he had to prove himself so much more than
Yeah,
Shawn
no, that's
Michaels
true.
because his father-in-law is now the owner. He owns everything. People are gonna assume he's given everything. I gotta say Triple H just based on that. The fact that he was able to go out there, put on great matches. He tore his quad during the match, got put in the walls of Jericho, and still finished.
Oh, I was
I
trying
gotta
to
get
leave
that man's got to get credit. He busted his ass to get to where he is. It's not like he was handed the position.
I
Yeah,
pick
no,
Shawn
he worked
Michaels
for it.
just so I like Shawn Michaels as a wrestler more than I like
I do
Triple H
too.
as a wrestler.
We're talking about who I would pick. I'm picking
I'm
Triple H
picking
because he had to
Triple
work
H.
so much
Shawn.
harder.
I
He had to
just
work
like
so much
Shawn.
harder.
I have such good memories.
Sean's
with
great.
Shawn.
Sean is amazing. He Mr. WrestleMania.
But again, trying to
He-
pick
he's
between one or
fantastic.
the other is a difficult question. Kieran, what about
I
yourself?
think it's difficult, but in my opinion, I think, he had to work so much harder to get to where he was in the company.
Yeah, no.
And
Especially
now-
because when after the curtain call,
Yes.
he lost everything on that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kieran, who would you pick?
It's tough.
I would also take Triple H as well.
Yeah.
Just the fact that everything like Shawn Michaels is always the guy, like from when he started. Like Triple H was what the freaking the Hunter Hearst Helmsley like character, like that stupid gimmick.
Oh,
like,
that was so bad.
Shawn Michaels is always,
Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. It said I lost voice connection. I don't
Oh
understand.
no,
Yeah,
it says that. It
it
says that
was
too.
an
It's like for
actual
game
match.
Shit
chat.
dumb as hell. Shit dumb as hell.
Another question I have here is how do you guys feel about the treatment of Braun Strowman recently?
What do you mean?
Like
There's really no
how do you
bad
feel like
treatment.
What do you
WWE has been
mean?
treating Braun Strowman?
It's really
In
not
terms
bad.
of what? In
Yeah,
terms
the-
of
The
Taking it
question
slow.
the question is how do you feel about the way they have been have they used Braun Strowman?
how do I feel like they use him? I think they use him as a monster. He's a monster amongst men, but I feel like they botched at what was that pay-per-view? Saudi Arabia. Blank
Crown
on the
Jewel.
name because it was pathetic. Crown Jewel.
And actually, no, it wasn't
We
Saudi
botched
Arabia.
that.
It was Red. It was like Red Eye or something like that. They did not.
Why
announce
is
that it
Jake the
was in
Snake?
Saudi.
Can we stop him? But yes, I think besides that, they're doing exactly what you would really expect with him. He's the monster amongst men. He's killing everyone. He's doing what he should be doing. That was weird. That was a weird move. But yeah, I don't hate what they're doing with him. I really hope he's okay for TLC, selfishly, because I don't want to see a three-man
He's going to be.
tag match.
He's going to be.
I hope so. I just
Because,
got
no,
DVD'd.
Did you watch Raw?
I watched a good amount. I was
It
watching
was
a decent amount of it. I know
Basically,
they
if
had- well, yeah,
if
if he doesn't
Braun
show
doesn't
up,
show up,
if he doesn't show up,
yeah.
yeah, he's gonna show up. Yeah,
he's
obviously.
gonna show up, and if
What I'm
anything,
saying-
it's gonna
what
be
I'm
it's probably gonna
saying
be like a
is-
2-second match if he's not cleared.
Well, I'm hoping they don't like do that match in the beginning, and then change it and be like, well, we're gonna do a three-man tag. Like, just have Stephanie come out and make it fair, because obviously Baron Corbin is Baron Corbin. You never know what's gonna happen. He might.
A couple
Oh,
more
how did I
questions I
reverse
got
that?
here.
Do you think they should go back?
How
to
did I
the
reverse that?
WPP
Keep
But
going.
yeah,
Questions.
I
I
like
got
it.
actually got a lot of questions coming in right now, but I'm gonna start
Yeah,
off
I
from
ain't
the top.
finished that question.
And for Snake King, We answered. You asked what our favorite superstar on NXT is. We answered earlier the question of.
Yes, we answered that
We answered
earlier.
a question very similar to that. So either if you want to watch back after this video is over, to watch back and see
Did
our
we answer
opinions
that?
on that.
When did we answer that?
We answered.
Way
Mike,
before.
Mike asked it earlier, like
he asked,
really early.
Oh, true.
Who's our
Yeah,
favorite
yeah, yeah, yeah.
NXT wrestler?
Yes.
But then Mike
yes, yes, we did. Adam
Yeah.
Cole, absolutely.
and
I'll give you
then
that one. I'll give you mine, Adam Cole, baby.
Mike X. Does Braun need the belt?
No, Braun doesn't need the belt.
No.
No, but he deserves the belt.
I am about to 100% disagree with you. Yes, Braun needs the belt. Because because you can't have him destroy everyone and then lose the big match every time.
No.
You can't. And if
but
you're going
right
to keep putting
now-
him in that big match,
That's
You're
why
wasting
he
him.
need that. That's different though. That's different. You changed it. That's different because they keep putting him in the big match. He needs the
exactly.
belt. If they don't
Yeah.
keep putting him in that big
Round
match, he
needs a push.
doesn't need the belt.
But they
I
keep putting
feel
him
like-
in that big match.
I know. I'm
He
saying
lost the crown jewel.
but
He's going to be in the big match after TLC.
Yes.
So,
I
yes,
agree
at
with
this
you.
point, he
At
can't
at
lose
this
twice.
point, in terms
He
of that,
needs the
he
belt.
does. But
He
in
needs the
terms
belt.
of his character, and in terms of if he wasn't always going up against fucking Brock
1-0-0.
Lesnar, and for some reason they love him, he doesn't really need the belt. He goes around. He's the monster among men. He could defeat almost anyone. He doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily need that
Mike
belt, but
says he
now
agrees
does.
with Luke that he needs the
to
belt.
promote himself, he does not need the belt.
Yeah, exactly.
To keep
promote
himself around, he needs the
Yes.
belt.
Because you have Brock Lesnar as champ and has destroyed him 3 times, which doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
I have another
and that's
question
what I'm
here.
against.
A very
That's
good
what I'm
question.
against.
Do you guys think they should
They
go back
should
to
on
individual
radio.
pay-per-views for SmackDown and Raw?
No,
No.
No.
Nope.
not at all.
The
Can you
roster's
stop
too
reversing
big.
that?
No.
The
Raw is
roster's
just
too
really
big to
bad.
Have,
Raw is really
That's-
bad. Yeah, they can't handle it. It wouldn't be
No.
able to last.
They don't match up.
Imagine
They
what
don't
Raw
match
looks
up.
like. Honestly, the pay-per-views for a Raw pay-per-view will probably be the same thing you see on Raw the day before. That's how bad it is. It's really bad. Raw is really bad right now. They need SmackDown Live on those pay-per-views to hold their own.
Yeah, to hold the.
Because I guarantee you, a lot of people are tuning in for the Triple Threat Women's match as compared to any match on Raw. So, it's ridiculous. It's terrible. But this pay-per-view is different. This pay-per-view is very good. It's lining up really good.
Yeah, no, it's looking nice. It's looking actually solid. I have hope.
Especially if they don't throw in that 3-man
Yeah,
tag. But I
that
don't want to
three-
go.
that
I don't want to
six-man
go
tag.
too into that now. I'd like to.
So on
That's a
everybody's
little risk.
Give it
so
some
on
time.
everybody's opinion, they should not go back to
No, not one bit.
No,
Not at all.
not one out.
I think that would
Not
be
one.
a terrible business move.
And then
To go back
another
into-
question
And it
I
was
have
too much.
here.
It's too many pay-per-views in a month span. You know, you were doing
This isn't
two.
really a question, but it's more of a statement. But I want to talk about it. Who's looking forward to Ambrose versus Rollins? I just
I am.
wish.
I think it's gonna be really good.
It's
I
a
am.
Wish it was a
It's
little
always
later.
It could be very good.
any of
I
those
just got hit with
any
the
of
rock
those
bottom.
matches.
Son of a bitch! Anytime you give me Dean versus Seth,
They make it
I'm
a-
excited.
Anytime you give me a Shield match, I'm
Nah, fuck
excited.
it. Anytime you give me a Seth Rollins match, I'm excited at this point. The man has done so much. Anytime
He really
you give me a
has.
Seth Rollins match, I am excited.
Oh,
So-
Jesus.
Obviously, I'm very excited for this. I think they could do so much storytelling behind the match
There's gonna be a
if
lot of
they-
storytelling.
if they allow them to.
Do you guys think
I think
they're?
that's gonna
Do you guys think they're building Drew versus Kurt at Mania?
No.
No,
That
I think
doesn't
they're
make sense.
building.
Versus-
I think
No
they're
way.
building Drew versus Braun.
Who is that? Your question?
No.
Or is that?
That's a question from Outcast Productions.
Jeez. No. I'm sorry.
No, I don't. I don't see it.
I
Because-
really
Where they
don't.
even get that from.
I'd like to know if you could tell me where you would get that from. I would love to hear. I'm not gonna. I just don't
No,
think so.
I hear where they're getting it from. I think there is going to be a Drew Kurt rivalry because of the whole gold medal
how?
thing, him beating him, so on and so forth. But I don't think it's not going to be a Mania rivalry.
No, there's no way. No way. They
I can
can't
see
do
it.
that at Mania. They can't do
No,
that.
no, no, no. It's
If
not.
they
No,
do,
I'm saying it's not going to
no,
be at
yeah, I'm
Mania.
saying no, yeah. I'm just saying
Yo,
like
Dwayne's fucking me up.
I cannot imagine that at Mania for Drew. That would be such like a disappointment for me because I'm expecting
He
so
says,
much for
because
Drew.
Drew tapping on
People
Kurt.
on social media
Yes,
are saying
okay.
Seth has
Yeah.
a boring title reign.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see that.
It's a good reasoning, but
No, it's a
I
solid
don't
reason.
see.
I just
I
don't.
don't see.
It's
Don't
too
see that.
early,
I can't
and they're
see
not
that.
setting up Mania matches yet.
And
They're
then,
dropping hints for him.
we're getting a lot of questions in real quick here, but let me throw this one in.
They are dropping a lot.
People are saying on social media that Seth Rollins'
it's
title reign has been boring.
been boring.
I think it's been hidden a little bit. I don't
What
think
do
it's
you
been
guys
boring.
think of
I don't
Ambrose
think it's
having
been-
the Intercontinental title?
I think he needs
And
that
who-
title. I
Who
think
would be
without-
better with
I
it?
think Seth is better with it. Seth is better with that title. Seth, but then again, we also haven't seen Dean with it that
We
much.
haven't. Yeah, I was about to say we
as
haven't
this.
seen.
So, in my opinion, I've loved what Seth has done with the title. I think it's been amazing. I don't. Again, The Miz made that title what it is. I don't care what anyone says. You can say what you want. I don't care. The Miz made the title what it is. Without
Yeah.
The Miz, that title is still a secondary belt that isn't viewed and is in the shadows of a universal title that is never on TV,
Yeah.
which is pathetic. But The Miz turned it into the main title on Raw. Say what you want, main title on Raw. Without a doubt, that is the
Yeah. No. Easy.
people tune
Easy.
in to watch the IC champion. They don't turn in to watch Brock Lesnar. He's never on TV. And it's a shame.
It is.
But
It's
yeah,
but you know what? It's not even Brock. I really don't think it's Brock. I think it's just good booking.
Yeah,
I think it's solid booking because everyone
I love-
hates it. Everyone can't
It's
stand it.
terrible. Could someone stop Jake the Snake Roberts from winning this belt? I'm gonna be really tight if this man takes the briefcase.
I
Who's
got it.
beating me up?
Me.
Kieran.
Another
hell?
question we have here is what matches will happen at WrestleMania 35? Which another thing on
Oh.
that is we're going to WrestleMania 35.
We are.
We are going to
will be at
WrestleMania 35.
And we will be providing a lot of coverage on WrestleMania 35 when that time comes up.
And NXT,
I'll gladly tell you
and
what I
SmackDown,
think.
and Raw.
It's tough. It's tough to predict a few matches now. I think me and Luke, we were kind of talking about it before. About
we were
getting
talking about it last night.
getting Seth and Dean, but without the IC title
Yeah,
involved.
I think they're gonna prolong that rivalry. It's
think,
gonna be Seth Dean without the IC title. I think Elias is gonna have the IC title by Mania.
Oh no! Why did I go to Super Kid Cody Rhodes? Jake, what are you doing? Kieran won this. Kieran's got it. He had to have won it by now. This
You
is
think
this
Rock-
is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. The Rock just looked at the ladder and was like, "Duh."
Do you think The Rock versus Brock will happen at Mania?
All right, wait, we're just skipping over the fact of the WrestleMania question, or
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do you think Rock versus Brock will happen at Mania? It's a question that we have inside.
I
the
really
WrestleMania
hope
question.
not. I really hope
I
Not for
do
the
not
title
want
though.
it.
Not for the title though.
I don't want Rock
But
or
if it does
no,
happen, it
I'll be right
would
back.
be for the title.
I want Rock at Mania. I do not want Brock
do.
at Mania. But I don't want
You
Rock
don't
in a
want-
match. I don't want Rock in a match.
Also, what do
Yes.
you guys think of the
I kind
of
of want
Conor
him the
Bree's
way he
return
was
to
when he
NXT?
came
What's
in
your
with
reaction
Ronda
to
Rousey.
Bruno being fired
He'll cut
and
that thing on
Dixon
Triple
Pussy?
H, but
Bull.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
I
like
would.
I don't know. I just want
I
him
don't
to be there, like kind of like
I think he
host
has
it
to
again.
be there. I think he has to be there. We're talking
Yeah, I
about
don't think he has much of an
WrestleMania in
option
New
here.
York. It's WrestleMania in New York. I think he has to be there. It's just a matter of what capacity. You know, people are saying he's going to win the Rumble. If he wins the Rumble, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Because
And
I
I
think
would-
because what originally it was gonna be was it was gonna be Rock versus Roman at Mania for the title.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Roman was gonna hold it to Mania, and then Rock was gonna win the Rumble.
Yes.
But now
yes.
Roman's out. Miz is winning the Rumble. Miz
Yes, and
is
taking-
winning
yes, yep.
Rumble.
Yeah,
Don't
we've
care
talked
what
about
anyone
that,
says.
yeah.
Miz is winning Rumble.
Yes, I do agree
He's
with you.
facing Daniel Bryan, 'cause
I've
that's
said
gonna
that.
be a-
I do agree.
Beautiful 30-minute, 40-minute match at Mania.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It's
Yes.
gonna take over. And Miz is gonna take the title as a face, and he's just gonna run with it. It's gonna happen.
I have another question
Now-
here.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on, let me read this. Also, what do you guys think of the rumors of Tyler Breeze returning to NXT, and what's the reaction of Rhino being fired, and
Don't care that much
and health
about
news
Rhino, to
potential
be
of Raw?
honest.
Because I think it is.
Rhino did his time. He did
Don't
good
care
for
that much
while he
about
was
Rhino.
here.
He did.
During the
I don't care
commercial
that much.
break
I'm all
on
for
that,
this.
he announced that he was retiring. They didn't show it on TV, obviously, but during the commercial
Yeah.
break after the match, he came out and said it.
Yeah.
He was done.
Right, because they
Also,
weren't doing
what do you
anything with him.
guys
They have
think of the
nothing
chances
for
of
him.
Roman
Yeah,
He's
coming
not
back
a main
as
ro-
the
he's not a main
manager
card
and winning
guy.
the IC
He's not.
title
He's
in
never.
the
Barely-
He
storyline
hasn't been a main
between
card guy
feuds.
since he got here. He kind of came in. It was just. He's there.
Yeah,
He's
he was
there.
never
Also,
really.
question.
Wait,
was
we're
never
doing
really
UK people?
UK.
Do some UK people? Cruiserweights?
I don't know who I'm gonna.
And then what was the other part? Tyler Breeze going back to
Tyler
NXT.
Breeze.
He had something with Fandango. It was good.
Yeah,
It was solid. They just
I think he
haven't.
has to go back down. He has to go back down.
I
There's not much.
don't think he has to go back down.
Just not much going on for him right now. Where would
I
he
think
fit in?
he doesn't have. What are they gonna do with him? They have
Not
nothing
much.
for him.
There's not
They
much
have nothing for him. They have a lot more for him on the NXT roster.
was obviously huge on NXT when he was
Yeah, he was really
He was the top guy.
down
He was the
there.
top guy.
Yeah.
Easy by far, and he's not bad. He's
No,
not.
he's
He's
not.
actually
Not at
really
all.
good.
Not at all.
You know
I
what?
think
That's
he's
actually
very
a question
good.
that I have.
Yeah.
What is his overall on here?
77.
Oh my god, that's so disrespectful. Jinder Mahal is rated higher than Ty. Oh my
Jinder
god.
Mahal's garbage.
We're all
Yeah, no,
going
I agree. I think
I think he should
he
be
was
on
very good.
NXT.
There's just nothing for him
and
right
you know
now.
what? It's not even him that should be on NXT. It's the fact that they just can't use him in WWE in
Yeah,
the main
if-
roster. It's really
If
all it
they
is.
came back and did the, what was it, Fashion Police again?
Titles.
Put him on Raw. I mean, be better than whatever tag teams we got over there. It's pathetic.
I think
And no good
Fandango's
tag teams.
injured.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, take some time off, and now
Yeah,
put him
no,
in
it's gonna be
NXT.
good.
I think they'll come back because that tag team division is too weak.
I have another.
They're burying the
I have
Revival.
another question here.
Okay.
Which titles are more prestigious, New Japan Pro Wrestling or WWE?
WWE.
Yeah.
As much as New Japan is good, WWE, if you are a wrestler or you are in the business, WWE is generally
your end game.
top tier
It's your end game.
to make it.
Look
Yeah.
at it this way.
Cool.
Kenny Omega, look at, you know,
WW.
they've all said they don't want to come over. They don't want to come over. Well, he's also someone that has said he doesn't want to come over. Now all of a sudden he's saying he would like to come over.
Yeah, because
You
they're
know,
going to pay him enough.
You say you don't want to come over until the money starts coming in, and you look at how much money you're going to get in WWE, and the way your contract is structured, and the fact that you're going to get that belt. That belt means a lot. It doesn't mean that much right now because Brock has it, and he's just walking around doing nothing
I
with it.
think it's
But-
NJPW.
It does mean a
that's
lot.
booking, though.
It means a lot. It means a
Oh,
lot
it's the
having
top.
that. It means a lot having that belt. I mean, look at what's going on SmackDown. Those guys. You had AJ hold that belt for as long as he
Another
did.
question
and now,
we have
now
here
Daniel
is,
Bryan's
what are the
got it.
chances of Roman coming
By
back?
far.
He'll come back.
I mean,
I'm not
He'll
a
come
doctor.
back.
I'm not
He'll
a
come
doctor.
back. If
And,
he
wish I
and winning
was.
the
okay,
Intercontinental title.
Oh, if he's okay, he would come back.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
We have
I'm not a
You
doctor,
can't,
so I
you
don't
can't
know.
say
I don't know
he's
about
gonna
that. I
come
can't-
back and be
Yeah,
like,
it's not- yeah.
the man has cancer.
Yeah, we
Man,
have
has
no
cancer.
say.
You can't,
We could just-
you can't
we
straight up
could-
say like,
I
oh,
wish
Roman's
I
gonna
wish
come
I
back.
could tell you right now that Roman would be back tomorrow, and
that's something we
improve
can't.
Raw because Raw is absolute hot shit. But I can't.
Yeah, no,
Can't
you
get the
can't
whole-
guarantee. If he is gonna be back, it'll probably be 3 years. And
Yeah.
in all reality, by that time though, even if he does come back, I don't think they're gonna do much with him.
You don't think he's gonna get a big pop and a big push if he comes back? You don't
I
think,
think
they're
it-
gonna feed
No,
off of that?
no, hold up. No. I think he'll get that. I think it'll die quick.
You don't think
Quick.
he's gonna go
Well, no, because
somewhat
also think
into
about it.
a match
Think about-
for the Universal title coming
Think about-
back?
No, he'll get him. Actually, maybe not. Look what they did to Finn Balor. Fuck that.
Finn Balor don't count. Roman has
Finn
been
Balor does
sucked
count.
off. Roman's been sucked off so much more than Finn. So
Finn
much
was
more
gone.
than Finn.
Finn was gone for a year. A year.
But Finn is Triple H's product. Roman is Vince's product. And right now, Vince is calling shots on the main
And Vince
roster.
is going to get a new product in 3 years. Guaranteed.
You would think he would. You would think he would.
He will.
You
will.
would think he would.
It's not
You would think
hard.
he would have one by now. But he doesn't.
Because you know why? He was only paying attention to Roman. That's why. So now he has to go and search again. So I don't think
Pathetic.
Roman will last long when he comes back.
I definitely think
don't.
if he comes back, if he comes back and could still wrestle the same way he did when he left, he's gonna be fine.
Same. He's not.
He's gonna be fine.
No one is
If
ever
he
the same.
comes- No,
Cancer's
well, I mean, we're
a
talking
wild
about
card.
cancer. We're talking about cancer. But if he can
That's a wild
fucking,
card.
if he can't
Since
do,
Roman is gone,
a-
he is now the top.
was this a fucking Royal Rumble?
Wait, someone already got eliminated?
I did.
Battle Royal.
What the fuck?
Jericho, what the fuck?
I didn't know that.
Battle Royal.
Oh, I'm disappointed.
Oh, look. It's Samoa
Yeah,
Joe,
it's
just like at
Samoa
Survivor
Joe.
Series
Remember
again.
Survivor Series? Yeah, look at that. I'm fucking eliminated. Look at that. Did I do that on purpose? We don't know.
No, but I don't think it'll be
we're
the same.
not
I don't
doctors
think
here.
he's gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna be a
A
lot.
question off that question, since Roman is gone, who do you think's gonna be the top guy?
I don't know. It's tough. It's tough.
I
would,
want Braun.
I would like to say.
I would say
yeah,
Braun. Say
but-
Braun.
I would like
and-
to say it would be Seth. I think Seth has the opportunity to be the top guy again. He was the top guy already.
I
and
would
he got
love
hurt.
to say Seth, but he has botched a couple moves. He's got hurt.
He's been
I don't
botching
think
everything since he came in. But yet he
Yeah, I know.
still puts on the best matches in the company. I mean, his matches are better than a majority
Chris
of that
Jericho
roster.
just powerbombed
As
Brock
it is.
Lesnar.
Yes, he
Yes.
did. Gotta love WWE 2K, baby.
I just don't think. I think they're gonna keep him mid card. I don't see him going top.
Mike says Balor for the top guy.
Balor's
Yeah.
not. You're
Balor's not
wrong.
gonna get it.
That's wishful
Balor-
thinking.
As
As
Balor
much as that
hasn't-
would be lovely and
as much as
amazing,
we all would love to say Balor, I love how none of us said Balor. Because why would he get the push that he's been trying to get for how long? Like, he ain't getting anything right now. Balor's going into the mid card soon. So hopefully he gets a push there. Hopefully at the
Where am I going?
Superstar Shake-Up, you have Balor end up somewhere else in a different
that'd be nice.
storyline. It's horrendous.
I want Balor on SmackDown.
I really
Yeah.
do. I think
They'll
that's
use
where he
him more.
belongs. That's where he belongs.
100%.
I think without a doubt that's where he belongs. If he goes there, it's another
He might.
story.
He might
you
get
know?
some.
It's another story if he goes there, because he ain't winning the U.S. title there. That title means nothing. Yeah, does anyone remember Bobby Roode's title run there? I mean, really? That thing meant nothing.
I mean, even look at Nakamura right now.
Nakamura hasn't done anything with it, and that's not Nakamura's fault. That's just they're struggling with him. But yeah, I don't know. The next top guy, wow. Next top guy's gonna be tough. It's gonna be interesting to see. There's a lot of
you know what?
options. There's so
Yeah.
many options. So many options. The roster is, for a roster that puts on rough shows because of creative, there are so many options you could go with and run with. There's so many.
No.
Oh.
Fuck.
Yep. There we go.
Who's left?
James.
Just James.
James
James
is
left.
gonna lose.
Son of a bitch. Fucking James is
Probably.
left. Gotta love it.
No, and you know what? Even if you think about it, they're talking about bringing up Aleister Black soon. It might even be
Aleister
him.
Black is reported to come up soon. Supposedly coming up soon.
Yeah.
I'd like to
so
see
it's
that,
like,
but I'm scared to see it at the same time. I want to see it. Really want to see Aleister
Oh.
Black come up. I'm very scared to see what Aleister Black comes up. I'm just. Creative
Yeah, I don't
scares the
know, I'm
hell out
worried.
of me. Scares
I'm
the
worried.
shit out of me. Creative Creative scares the shit out of me. Does anyone remember Andrade? Guy's a
Yeah.
monster. What the fuck is he doing since coming up?
He had a nice
Puts
little
on-
run for a while, and then
He
they just
had
kind of
solid matches against AJ, Daniel Bryan,
He had-
Rusev,
No. Let's put
and
it this
now
way.
he's done.
Mysterio.
He had the best losses I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. It's
Like,
I don't-
no one's
I don't
lost
get
like
it.
him.
It's tough because you can't really put him in anywhere besides the U.S. title, maybe. Right now,
Yeah.
because you look at the WWE belt was held by AJ, defended by AJ against Joe, against now Daniel Bryan has the title, so he's building to his feud, which has to culminate with the Miz. Has to. So maybe when the Miz gets it, he'll get a shot. Maybe it'll be opening up opportunity for more people, but for now, Andrade's just up there to be up there. Because NXT is just too packed. There's nothing
What was
more.
that
No,
question?
I want to talk actually about our most recent questions since we don't have any coming in right now.
we
that
have a couple
posted.
coming in, but go on to the next
Well,
one.
I want to get this one out of the way. Favorite rivalry, because this can lead to a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, we had
Who wants to
there
start?
goes
I mean,
James. We had Chris
come on,
Jericho
James!
versus
Let's
The
go!
Rock.
Let's go!
Boy,
Good
don't let
job.
the computers win. We had
Let's
Chris
go.
Jericho versus The Rock was the top one.
Whoa!
Shawn Michaels versus Triple H
Yeah.
which was actually probably one of the
I
most
said it.
underrated
I said
rivalries.
it's
What you
exactly
said,
what
yeah.
I said. I said that earlier.
Oh yeah,
Not
because
many
Brock Lesnar would
people-
totally do this.
Not many people
Brock Lesnar doing the Shawn
talk
Michaels.
about that. I think they had that match. Oh, I mean,
Yeah, no, it was beautiful. It was great.
they really had a very good feud that kind of came out of nowhere when they did it. They didn't really expect it because if I remember, Shawn left with the back injury and came back,
Yeah,
and then
Yep.
and then Triple H turned on him.
because Triple
I
H
think
was
it
on top
was.
of the top, and they tried to get back together, and then Triple H turned.
How do I
And
eliminate
then
people?
when Michaels turned, it was even better when that happened.
You hit X. Yeah, no, 100%. And then I'm gonna ask around, and I'm gonna give mine. Christian, what is your favorite rivalry?
If we're talking, in our
Attaboy,
good job,
James.
James. Good job.
Pose it
Our
all.
generation and what
We'll
I
redo
can
a Battle Royal.
remember, I remember it's got to be between Orton and Cena, or Cena and Edge. Or you know what? Oh goddamn! Or Cena and
All right.
and or Orton and the Game when that happened. But my
Oh
favorite,
man, that was so
I would
good.
say Orton and Cena, because it also involves Cena's father getting punted in the head. And the matches they put on, Orton RKOing him on a steel chair. I love that one. The what was it? Last Man Standing match, I think it was. And Orton had Cena just locked or fuck was it? Just tied him to the turnbuckle. Just kicked the shit out of him.
Yeah, no, it was definitely really good. It was dope.
I think
James,
that was,
James,
that was one of my favorites. Love him.
what was your top rivalry?
Again,
My
biased.
top
Orton's my
rivalry
favorite
of all
wrestler,
time
so.
would be Jeff Hardy and CM Punk.
Yeah, that's exactly what I expected out of you.
I expected. I honestly expected Jeff Hardy and Orton, because
Or Jeff Hardy and Edge.
That was really good. Jeff Hardy and
Party
Edge
Edge
was
was good.
really good.
I have a question here. I don't understand what he's asking. Snake King is asking, in your opinion, would you think WWE would make a storyline between Di and Aleister Black?
Who?
Wait, what?
So like Ciampa and Johnny Gargano and Aleister Black in a storyline, but like
Oh well, I mean,
Like,
there's our. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna spoil it. Just wait until NXT for
yeah,
3 weeks.
we know more than
3 weeks, you'll find out.
you would expect. Oh, we're doing a women's match. Okay, I have Stone Cold Steve Austin against Shayna Baszler. All right.
WrestleMania
that ain't it,
35
That
main
ain't it,
event.
Chief. That ain't it, Chief.
Another.
Again, back on that question, we know a little bit more in terms of what happened at coming NXT live events, so we don't want to ruin anything. But just be excited for what you're about to see.
I didn't even catch the question.
James, repeat the question.
It was a weird question, but another question I have here is favorite WrestleMania moment.
We'll get to that because that's going to be involved in probably one of the rivalries.
That's yeah.
But
Kieran.
the question was
favorite rivalry.
Favorite rivalry probably be either Cena or Orton, because like that was when I was prime time watching WWE.
That was exactly when I was tuning in.
That was
like
prime
weekly.
time for me.
Like that was weekly Christian. Get the fuck on Raw.
Either
Shit's going
that
down.
or on SmackDown at the same time, Undertaker and Batista.
That one was good too. No one really talked about that one. Jeez, that was
or Undertaker and Edge.
Undertaker Edge was very good.
Undertaker Edge was
Edge
but let's go back to Undertaker Batista. That was amazing. Oh my God, Ivory and Liv Morgan.
That's okay.
No, that was a very underrated rivalry.
No one really talks about. I like that one. That's a good one. No one really mentions that one.
This is gonna be something that nobody ever thinks about.
Kieran. Very good.
CM Punk versus WWE.
Okay.
Understandable.
You went a completely different angle. Didn't expect that.
Think about it.
Yes,
Think about it.
yes.
CM Punk versus WWE. CM Punk brought passion out of everybody because it was real, and it's something that we've never seen. Like, dude, there was one promo. I've watched CM Punk's promos like from the pipe bomb on like a million times. There was a promo with Triple H, and CM Punk got his mic cut.
Yep.
Because he said, "This isn't CM Punk talking to Triple H. This is Phil Brooks talking to Paul Levesque," and like made me come.
No, like, he hated Triple H.
He hated Triple H. He hated Vince McMahon. He hated WWE. And then even like when you got to like Cena versus Punk, Cena and Punk didn't hate each other actually.
No.
They just didn't respect each other.
Yeah. Which is kind of a little bit worse than.
Which can be worse, but they did like each other as people. Why do I have to start this match? Why do I always start?
I mean, I'm starting.
That's a good one to start off with.
And I'm not even talking like CM Punk versus WWE lawsuit. I'm talking CM Punk versus WWE promos.
Yeah.
Promos. The company would be better after
people saying
dead and
we want Triple H. We want Punk back. We want Punk back. His problem wasn't with Vince. It was with Triple H.
Are we doing our original plan?
Yeah.
This is all right.
That seems like
for those of you streaming, you might enjoy this.
Yeah, we just kicked the shit out of everyone else.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things that not many people think about, because when they think about CM Punk, they think about CM Punk, Jeff Hardy, CM Punk, Cena.
Also people think about I think real fans, they look at it, they think about that pipe bomb. A lot of people look at it like, yeah, pipe bomb.
Did you ever watch his documentary?
Pipe bomb.
Did you ever watch his documentary?
Which one? I don't.
The one just before he left WWE, just after the pipe bomb.
Is it on the network?
I think so. I believe so.
Go watch it on the network.
They might have taken it off though because it's Punk.
I don't think they did. I don't think
they did.
Removed Punk at all.
But no,
I don't think
there was a basically the whole thing behind the pipe bomb was Vince handed him a mic and said,
"Yeah,
go air your grievances."
And he aired it out.
And he
aired it out.
Aired it. Oh boy, did he ever air it.
Another question I have here is
send it.
Who's the best woman heel ever?
Ever. Jeez.
You know, I have to go Becky. Because the women's division never really mattered. Yeah, because the women's division never really mattered until now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In all reality, don't get me wrong. Like there was great heel work.
Becky.
Yeah,
But
we're not.
Becky's
I
on
don't
top
think
of the
Lita
game.
and all them. Lita.
She's over.
If we're going ever,
They
I'm
all
going
had,
Mickey James.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mickey.
Mickey's been around for a good amount. I would lean towards her too.
But you
That
know
But I
what?
think
Tristan, that
Alexa
is Mickey
Bliss.
James.
Alexa Bliss can't be overlooked too. She is amazing
No,
on
no,
that mic.
she cannot be.
I can't answer
But
the
my
question.
thing is though, is that my problem with Mickey is
Amazing.
Mickey got heel work by doing shit that was frowned upon. Becky's clean
Yeah.
heel. Becky is clean
I don't give a
heel.
shit about frowned upon. Frowned upon. I don't give a shit.
Wasn't that make
say
her a
yes.
heel if it's frowned upon?
Yeah, but
fuck
it's different if it's different. It's different if it's
Here I
by
come! Here comes the man! Who am I hitting? Oh.
WWE or if it's frowned
I
upon
ain't
by the
gonna hit
universe.
anyone.
It's two totally different things. Becky
I
got
don't know,
or
I don't
Mickey
know.
Mickey got censored
On
during
the network.
the on
She is
she got censored during an whoa whoa
Oh,
whoa whoa whoa
I didn't mean
whoa
that. I don't mean
Stop
that.
it,
I'm not
stop it.
pressing that. I was hitting the right trigger by accident.
But Mickey got
Look at
censored and in trouble during an era where there was no censorship and bra and panty matches.
Yeah.
How do you get censored
Yeah, I
during an
mean-
era where there's bra and panty matches?
I
Come
really like
on.
what, I really like what a lot of the heels are doing right now, especially with, social media has
Becky
taken
is
over
still loved
so
by
much
everyone.
It's
Since
hard.
The
That's
Rock-
also one of my top
since
things.
The Rock and Cena. The Rock and Cena, when they
Everyone
did
grab a
their
pod.
match,
Everyone grab a pod. Everyone grab a pod.
it was perfect because they were able to keep their feud going through social media. Becky
Yeah.
missed time. She was able to keep things going through social media. I love it. I think it's great. And it also leaves fans with that thing like, is this real? Is she really going off on
And,
someone right now?
If you're speaking about The Rock, Cena, I mean, they're going back. They hated each other. They've openly
Yeah.
admitted that during that rivalry,
Oh,
they
yes.
hated each
Oh,
other.
yes. Did you not remember when Cena called him out for writing the promos on his wrist?
Yeah.
Oh, that was pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Do you
That was
remember when
pretty
Cena
bad.
apologized for calling him a part-timer while doing movies
Yeah.
because Cena started doing the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Stupid.
great.
Anyway.
You know how Cena's doing movies now? It's great,
Look,
right?
I respect Cena. He busted his ass for the company. He did a lot for
Yeah, I
the
think
company.
he definitely
but
busted his ass a lot more than The Rock was doing too. The Rock, he's done now, and then Cena at least comes. He's part time, but he'll be back for another huge run soon.
yeah,
He'll
easy.
be back. He'll be back for another big
They're
run. The
gonna
Rock came back
give
just to
him
get the belt.
17. They're
Yeah,
gonna
they
give
have
him
to-
17.
they have
They're gonna
to.
give Cena 17.
They have to give him 17. If he doesn't get 17, I would be very disappointed.
How did
If
we
Cena
get on
doesn't
this
get
from
17.
the best women heel?
WWE title reign.
Because we were
yeah,
talking about
it's-
social media
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Becky,
social media.
and then The Rock and Cena were over social media.
Yeah. But so there's so many good women now with heels.
No.
It's
Granted, look, it was definitely harder to be a woman heel
Okay.
back when Mickey James was like top, because one, no social media. Two, the women's division really didn't matter in all reality, or at least it doesn't matter as much as it does now. If you wanna,
Yeah, now
a
you have
little
the
bit
four
more.
horsewomen.
oh my bad. My
yeah,
bad.
I mean, come on. They got two of them. They got 4 horsewomen.
Another question I have here is greatest WWE title reign.
Oh,
And this is also
That's a
coming
good
from
one.
Mike.
It's a good
Damn.
one.
I never thought about that.
I never.
I mean, you know what my
I
answer is
mean-
gonna be, so it doesn't
You ready?
matter.
Hold up. I'm about to shock you all.
Yeah.
Lay Cool, Co-Divas champions.
Stop.
Dead
Oh.
serious.
Put that out. Not
dead
what you
serious.
said. Alright, I guess we're attacking each
Oh.
other now.
No,
Since-
no, my
Oh,
bad.
I'm sorry, Kieran.
My bad.
I
No,
I
who's Liv
apologize,
Morgan?
Christian.
Liv Morgan
we,
is.
we both.
No, James just kept attacking me.
I apologize.
No, because the only reason I say that, I mean, story-wise, that's definitely the best title reign. They just, and plus, like, they
A
put
lot of good title reigns
women's
out there.
on the map. A lot more I want to say historic than a lot of title reigns. It's minusculely huge, if you want to put it that way. Like,
So many good title reigns, man. There were a lot. You can really look at,
oh,
you know,
sorry, Christian.
because we're talking like longest title reigns too, because like that CM Punk's title reign was fucking amazing. His
CM
title
Punk's
reign that
was
he had
really
was really
good.
good. It's fucking amazing. He defended the title a ridiculous amount of times and
Yeah.
was able to come out on top and look strong almost every time. But damn, that is I never really thought of anything like that. That was a
Kieran, what would you say?
tough.
Your greatest WWE title reign.
I don't like. I really have no idea.
Yeah, that's one that I would have to really dig into and maybe get back to another time.
Greatest title reign.
There's a lot there. I really want to look at
This
that.
is not the greatest one, but the one that comes to mind. This is definitely not the greatest one, but comes to mind is Cena's United States with his open challenge.
Oh, with
like
open
the first
challenges?
open challenge.
Yeah.
Like that was, I don't know, that was something that
When and
they've
Kevin
never
Owens
done
coming
before.
out and accepting it
Because
while
he would put on
holding.
good matches too every week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when I was a big.
The way Kieran
Cena-
answered that is like the same thing that I have. Is like it's not the best. It's just one of the top ones that
Yeah.
comes to my mind. I'd really have to look into that one.
No, I
Think
really
about
want
it,
to.
man.
I'll tell you right now. Next podcast, I'll get back to you
Sorry,
and
Kieran.
say what my
Yeah,
favorite one of all time
100%.
is.
That'll be one of our like first questions, like to answer or something or
definitely-
whatever.
I'm writing that down. I want to look into that. Give me a little bit of time, and I'll definitely tell
It
you
was amazing
it's my best title reign of all time. But it's tough. There's so many.
Mike says Triple H
many.
2003. He was
What happened?
amazing in Evolution.
Won it at
Oh, as
won
title
it-
reigns.
won it at the Elimination Chamber because he robbed freaking Goldberg.
Yeah.
yeah. Was that when they just busted him open at the end?
Yeah, when they were freaking
Yep.
robbed.
Oh God. Evolution, man.
He
Evolution.
did Goldberg dirty in his first run.
Oh, I
Why
did not
are
mean
you
to do that.
doing
I
this?
did not mean to
Broke
do
up my
Why
that.
do you
signature.
keep doing this to me?
I was
Oh,
trying
I'm
to.
so sorry.
I was trying to move you off the turnbuckle. I was trying
Wait,
to
broke up my
move you
sig-
off
Alright.
the turnbuckle. That could work out actually.
Any other
Any other questions?
Coming in?
Nothing right now.
but I think we touched on all the
Yeah, we hit them all. We
questions
hit all of our.
we asked.
Let's do a quick run through. Anybody watching have any more questions before we cut it?
we plan to do these questions daily, so I'll be
Yeah, I mean we'll be.
mainly the one answering them. I tend to be on it more often and give
Yeah.
my opinion more often. Usually, hey, dickhead.
Also, if you're a new
the fuck?
subscriber, don't forget that the questionnaire is on Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Steve's
post
Wrestling
everything on
as well on
daily.
Instagram.
I have one more question.
We go out there, we give our-
Hold up, let me throw her in the ring. Let me do my
Daily
finisher.
we want to post. We're gonna post every day a question, new question.
And
And
also
I'm
on
telling you-
Instagram, we're gonna post
we have
a favorite
one more
wrestler
question
of
here.
the week.
From, Snake King.
WW.
Oh,
Actually,
what you
two
doing?
questions
What
just
you
came
doing?
in.
Whoa, Becky, no,
Uh,
chill,
Oh,
Becky,
my bad, my bad.
Becky.
I'm getting you confused with Liv Morgan.
Sorry. Snake
Blonde
King,
hair
go.
confuses
Snake King
me.
says he has one more question here. I have one more question. What are the chances of a hashtag DIY and Aleister Black storyline?
Oh Jesus
I
Christ!
thought you just asked that.
Came up again.
Didn't we? All right.
I
well,
don't want to give. I don't want to.
the same
Just watch
answer.
NXT.
I
You'll,
don't
you'll,
want to.
fi-
Just
you'll
I
see
don't
what
want to
I-
give it away.
Watch
Watch
NXT.
NXT. You know.
All watch the
I
NXTs
don't want to give
leading
it
up to
away.
the Royal Rumble.
We are gonna.
And
We're
then
gonna give
another
our
question.
opinions when that time comes. Just we don't want to give anything away of what
I
we
don't want to
already
ruin
know.
it for you guys.
I don't want to
Another-
ruin
Another
what we
question
know
we have
already.
here is when is Omega
Oh,
coming to
Jesus.
WWE?
Is Omega going to WWE?
When is he coming to WWE?
When is he coming to WWE?
Yeah,
I
It's
think that's
up to
an
him. It's on
if.
his
That's an
terms.
if.
It's-
He comes
I
to
think-
WWE.
no,
Oh,
no,
Jesus,
no.
I'm so sorry.
I absolutely think he is. I absolutely think there's going to be a time where Omega comes to WWE. I think it's going to be more on his terms, first of all. Second of all,
Don't
if he
interrupt him
does come,
Hold
if
on.
he does actually end up coming, more of them will be coming as well. It will not just be Kenny Omega coming. Stop interrupting my signature!
I'm so sorry.
It's a big if. If he comes, more people will be coming. The Elite will come. Cody Rhodes is most likely to come back. I think Cody Rhodes will come back before
Get in your corners. Get in the corner.
anything.
Get in the corner.
It's gonna be tough. Selfishly, I want to say yes. I
personally do not think Cody will come back
You don't think
without
Cody's
Kenny.
coming back at all?
Without
You don't
Kenny.
think Cody's coming back at all?
No, without Kenny.
Yeah.
If
No,
nobody
okay,
comes
my bad.
back.
Yes.
if nobody comes back, Cody's not coming.
I think Cody
Cody
comes back.
needs somebody
Cody
to
comes
be
back.
there, and he needs specific.
I think if he comes back, it's again like I'm saying, they'll do more of all of them coming back together and taking over WWE as a fucking whole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what I'm thinking is, I think I talked to Kieran about this. Like when they did the invasion. Am I not gonna be? Oh, the
Oh, that was
invasion.
close.
An invasion involving the Elite with
Speaking
the
of
Young
sick.
Bucks, with Cody,
Speaking of the Elite,
with Omega.
I have another question that just came in. Also, what do you guys think of the Elite's new wrestling promotion, AEW, All Elite Wrestling?
I think it's amazing because they're
I think it's
taking
beautiful.
control of their own stuff.
They're doing their own stuff.
They're doing their
It's
own
beautiful.
stuff.
They're literally just doing.
They
doing
literally
that.
said, "F everything else. We're gonna do it on our own," and I
Yeah.
love it. I think it's different. It's definitely different. I didn't expect it. I definitely didn't
So.
expect them leaving New Japan basically like that and doing their own thing. And
Cody's only coming with
I love
Bullet
it.
Club, Mike says.
What?
Cody's only gonna come over with Bullet Club, Mike says.
It wouldn't be Bullet Club. It'd be the Elite, not Bullet Club.
Yeah, Bullet Club is.
They aren't a Bullet
with the
Club. They're not the
original
Bullet Club.
guys.
They aren't
They're
Bullet
the
Club.
Elite.
They're the Elite. They're not Bullet Club. Bullet Club is
Oh, Jesus Christ.
that was fucked. Bullet Club is completely different than what Cody Rhodes and all them are right now. It's a whole different thing. They're not the same. They're not a part of Bullet Club. And Bullet Club will never come over because Bullet Club is in New Japan.
They were such a success, why
There's-
not make their own promotion?
What happened?
Yeah.
Just talking about.
Here's a question.
Oh,
Speaking
oh,
about
I
like New
can't- I
Japan
couldn't
and the
really
Elite
hear you.
and everything
My
like that, when does All In come to New York?
Yes, I think it's gonna be ridiculous. It's gonna be absolutely ridiculous to get tickets because it's gonna sell out in like 2 seconds.
It's gonna be
Because
damn near
everyone-
impossible.
Everyone loves it. No, you're not getting tickets to that. You're gonna have to drop money. That thing's gonna be amazing.
More to Mania?
It's more to Mania. Mania's a lot. Probably not more to Mania, but still a lot. Mania's a lot. A lot of people are gonna go to Mania. Mania is Mania.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch. Oh, you
You
mother!
dick.
Don't touch.
Oh, piece of shit. Go suck my
Shit.
dick. But
It was worth a shot.
yeah, there's no way. I think, like Luke was saying, if they come over, they're coming over together. They're coming over together.
Yeah. They all need
clear.
somebody.
I think the best thing for God, why you fuck you? The best thing to do would be
Why would
come
you
together,
interrupt that?
take over Raw. Take over Raw. Take it over.
Yeah.
Take over Raw. The Elite takes over Raw. That's it. That would be the smartest move for the company.
When does New
bring
Japan Pro
them
Wrestling
on.
come to LA?
What?
When does New Japan come
It
to
doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah, it's-
Who asked that?
LA? Snake King.
it doesn't.
Snake King, I apologize. It's gonna sound really mean, but it's called New Japan. It's
They'll have
not.
they'll have shows there, but they won't.
Yeah,
they're
they're
not gonna
not-
relocate there.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
Unless you mean
Oh,
like,
I'm an
are they
idiot.
gonna?
I'm an idiot. Oh! God, I hate. By the way, I hate
Submissions. And you're putting one on Shayna Baszler too.
Fuck Shayna Baszler. I'm Becky Lynch. I'm the man. Serious? Yeah, yeah. That's basically it. Then they're not coming over.
Mike
Yeah,
X,
okay,
Mike,
yeah.
Mike X wants Ring of Honor.
Mike,
Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor is another wrestling promotion.
Yeah, it's just another.
Contains basically New Japan,
Indies.
Impact Wrestling, and other brands like
all
that.
of them,
Everyone but
WWE.
WWE basically
That's
wrestles
where we
in
get all of our
Ring of Honor.
talent from.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's basically where we do our observing of
Look it up.
superstars and other companies. It's good, but it's just
Snake
kind of
Snake,
a
Snake, Snake Kid
thing.
said, "Oh my fucking god, look it up."
Wait, what?
Talking about
No
Mike
answering
asking the
question.
question of what is Ring of
Oh,
Honor.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. It's just a second. It is a
Yeah,
secondary
it's just
thing. It's not even a secondary thing. It's like a third
It
thing to
was
look
the
at.
main thing before
Yeah.
New
Before New
Japan
Japan
came out.
decided to take over, and
Now you got Evolve, and
Literally.
TNA isn't even bad anymore.
oh my god.
That was beautiful, and I
Yeah.
fucked it up.
How dare you?
yeah, no, TNA's back on the up and up. It's not at all what it used to be.
Well,
TNA.
they're better than what they used to be. Like wrestling
Yeah?
wise, I don't know if you watched it, but
No, I haven't.
they're wrestling wise, like talent wise, they're a lot better. They just
Wow.
adapted the independent feel. Like they have like 30 people in the
Oh, they
crowd.
have
They
all-
have
New Japan
it's like a lot
scene
smaller crowd. They actually have like the strong
Oh.
independent like style hitting, like the
Come on.
stiff hit.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Yes, again,
No,
again.
no.
The arm part saves me again.
But yeah, no, I haven't watched TNA that much. I would like to get into it more, honestly. If you're telling me it's actually gotten better, I'd like to
I
get
believe
into
it's
it
gotten
more.
better because it's never really had bad.
Well,
It
they
got-
also
it
do
got
their
rough.
thing.
No,
just
no,
like
it got rough.
It
It got
got
rough,
rough.
but
It had a rough time after they lost AJ, Joe, and everyone else. Like, yeah, it got
that was
rough.
when but that was when it was on the top. I mean, that's like a fall
Yeah,
off the
that-
fucking
that
Empire
was-
State Building,
Yeah,
basically.
that's what I mean. That's why it got rough. Like they lost
hard.
a lot. But like if WWE lost, we lost Roman, we're still able to bounce back from losing Roman. It was a lot
Yeah.
tougher for TNA to bounce back after losing AJ or losing Joe. It's a lot tougher.
Jesus. I don't know how I kicked out.
They have a bunch of like independents, like they're all teamed up together, so like they all have them come in.
Yeah, I heard that the impacts are like they're all getting together. All these independent wrestlings are doing everything together. Oh, that was dirty. I didn't even know you could do that. But yeah, we know that's pretty good. Any other questions? Anything to talk about here? I mean,
we could keep the stream going. If you guys want to
Yeah,
just
I mean,
finish
yeah,
watching this
if you
match,
guys
this is
wanna-
pretty
if you
intense right
wanna-
now.
if
Yeah, if you guys
wanna
have any
keep
more
asking
questions, throw them our way.
questions,
This will be the last match we
please,
do.
I love
This will be
asking
the end of
questions.
it.
No, we can keep asking questions. We'll finish this match. Ask questions.
That's what I'm saying.
figure
Yeah,
out
just
what's
keep
going
asking
on.
questions through this match.
Yeah,
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Subscribe to the channel.
Please,
Shit.
and we
Oh.
post a question each day. I'd love to hear you guys' responses. I give my answers back right to you.
What do you guys think of Enzo invading that pay-per-view?
I think it was pathetic. I think it was sad.
Enzo does
I
not
think it was
get.
sad. Enzo is pathetic.
Enzo doesn't get attention.
No,
I don't give
it's
a fuck.
pathetic.
He's not even worth it. He's really not even worth it.
Pathetic.
Yeah, I don't want to give him what he wants. Give him
Yeah, it
attention,
was-
even on
it
our
was sad.
podcast. I don't
Even
even
on a
want to give
little
him.
And we
bit
talked
like
about
this,
that
I
in
don't
our
wanna
other
talk about
episode.
Enzo.
We were talking
Yeah.
about
We really
Survivor
didn't.
Series.
We really didn't.
No, we didn't talk about Enzo because we're not
No,
talking about Enzo.
that's the whole thing. We
The
didn't
same
want to talk
thing.
about Enzo, so we
Yeah,
just tried to
no,
avoid
Enzo
the
is-
conflict of Enzo.
And I'll continue to not talk about him. He means nothing. He was a waste of space on a cruiserweight division, and I would never even think about taking him back. Never. It's a shame.
No, what? How?
We'll talk a little
Yeah.
bit about Raw. I thought Raw was really good.
Raw was
Better than
actually.
what I thought
It
was gonna
was. Oh my god. It was
Oh,
a lot.
who was
You,
Bailey?
I
you
was
didn't
really-
kick out of that, but you kicked out of my
Yeah.
finisher.
It was just as bad. It was so small. I got lucky the first time.
That's what she said. But
Yeah, no, Raw
Yeah.
was actually really good. SmackDown tonight was pretty solid too.
Yes, SmackDown was, but that's not a shock.
Just if anybody's
That's not a
wondering,
shock.
it's
No,
December
no,
4th, and
no.
anybody's
SmackDown-
watching this in the future.
SmackDown legitimately
Huh?
is better than Raw, any day of the week.
What James?
Yeah.
I said if anybody's
Okay.
watching this in the future, we're talking about December 4th.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, that'd be.
So
Yeah.
just saying it's a SmackDown can mean anything.
No one gave a
Yeah,
damn
we-
about Bigcast
Well,
Survivor
I mean,
events
one
one of my
and
top
Bigcast
things on
code Super Kick and back
One of my
to
top
the
things on
limits.
Raw was Dean Ambrose's promo, and then the just
Dean
the
Ambrose
bit
was a
in
promo.
general.
So it was a lot better than I thought, and I liked how I think me and Kieran were talking about it before. The faces kind of made themselves known during the show. You know, normally
Yeah, they
the
finally
heels
teamed
kind of
up.
dominate, but now you had Finn come out, help out Elias. Finn came out
Yeah.
twice. I like that. I like seeing a little bit of the heels and the faces
God.
going against each other, and having a face like Finn come out and help out was big. It was big. I really thought it was really good. McIntyre and Ziggler breaking up. That's
I
solid.
I wasn't ready for that this
I
week
wasn't ready
or
for that at all.
soon.
I wasn't. I wasn't ready for it. I didn't expect it
Yeah,
the way it
was too
happened.
soon.
I thought that
I
was going to be a
think it was
mania,
too
honestly.
soon.
Segment
I
between
also
For a
did.
while, I thought that was going
I
to be a
also
mania.
did. I thought that would have been a really good match for Drew and Dolph to have at Mania because are you dead ass? Oh shit. But yeah, I
I'm
definitely
just
thought
standing watching over.
that because realistically, oh what? That's dirty. That goes right into a pin. Wow.
Another question that I have here.
You notice that, Ken? The kick out goes right into a
Do
pin.
you
that
guys
was-
miss
that
the
was good
sex
episode.
segment of Edge
No.
and Lita?
Not
No.
one bit.
Do I
No.
miss that? No,
That's-
I don't
that's-
want to.
That's a Mike Ramirez question. That is a Mike Ramirez question.
That's a Snake King question.
That
Why
I
is
never
it?
want to
Who?
see that.
Thinking, who are you?
really don't. Wow. I don't miss those at all.
No, I'm so proud of the women's division and what they've come to,
the
and
women's division is so much better than. It's honestly
ever
so
been.
much better than what most people probably thought it was going to be. Most
yeah,
people
I don't
probably
think.
didn't expect
I feel like no one ever thought.
the women's division was going to be like this. The
Yeah.
fact that we have, what is it, at least 4 top women that I could count on my fingers are amazing. And the rest are very good at what they do too. And we're just talking about like what they've done so far. Ember
Yeah.
Moon is very underrated and not getting at all what
Yeah.
she deserves. Nia
Yeah.
Jax is there. Nia Jax is getting that push because of what she did with Becky, and I love that. I honestly do. I think it's beautiful. Wow, that's a
Oh my
fucking
God!
dirty disarmer.
WWE was more entertaining
Wow,
back
this is
then,
the
but
first
they
time we're
promised to the
using these
women
women in
finally
these
making
matches.
this company interesting.
So seeing these moves, I'm actually very surprised, and that was absolutely amazing. But yeah,
that?
this women's division is.
This women's
we went
division's
to
taking off.
Evolution, and I can tell you right now, the crowd was absolutely
Oh, it was
phenomenal.
hype. They were
Phenomenal.
up there. They were ready.
Phenomenal. We did not expect that going into it. I know we didn't. We were expecting good matches. We were not expecting the crowd to be the way they were.
You
They
know, we
were
watched
ready
it.
to go.
Yeah, no,
They were
100%.
ready to go.
And you know what? I mentioned this probably about like
Sucks that Kerry lost.
I mentioned it before Evolution. I think I mentioned it like 3 or 4 months before Evolution. I still am pretty convinced that the women are going to main event this year.
Yes, I do as well. I
I'm-
think
There's no reason that they shouldn't.
We all said that
I want it.
after the past WrestleMania. I think we all agreed that it would be
Yeah,
more like a Charlotte and
I'll let
Ronda.
you do you. I'll let you
but
do you.
now,
You do you. You do you.
Oh, fuck you! I'm coming for
Yeah, don't
But
let this
now
happen
it's,
like last time.
you. Kieran, yeah, about that. I'm sorry. Oh, fuck you! Get out of here. But yeah, we all discussed that. Basically, like a Ronda, Charlotte. But now with Becky taking over the way Becky did, Becky took over the women's division as it is. I mean, I don't know anymore. personally want to see more a Becky Ronda because I think we deserve that and we got robbed of that, and that's I want really bad. I would love to
Yeah,
see that.
100%.
So I'd more want to see that than
No.
a Charlotte.
No.
Oh,
Fuck.
Yes. we can get it in there. Make her tap. Oh, this is so tough. Oh, what? No! Yes! Let's go! What?
Yes!
No! Oh shit. But yeah, I these women taking over, I love it. I don't miss those
I know, it's absolutely
stupid-ass
beautiful.
segments. Thought they were horrendous. They were a joke.
Come on.
Ah, yeah, you best believe I got it in again. Just tap, bitch. Are you serious? Get out of here. Give me that.
And the
me
man
that.
takes the W.
It's tough.
The man deserves the W.
Love
Every
the
time.
women. Women deserve it.
I'm just gonna pop one more question before we leave. Speaking of the man, who do
Absolutely.
you think's coming out on
No.
top in this TLC match coming up?
The man.
The man? I think Asuka.
Oh wait, what do you mean?
I think Asuka is gonna pin
no.
Charlotte. She's gonna win the title.
I wouldn't be opposed to that, but I don't.
I don't believe it's gonna
I just
happen.
don't think it's gonna happen. I just don't.
They're
think...
doing what they're.
Again,
I think what they're doing with
think
Asuka.
Me and Kieran were talking about that before, actually, having Asuka in there. We all think it's to take the pin. It's still gonna be a fantastic match. The match itself is gonna be very good. I just think, and like me and Kieran were saying, if Asuka wins this match, it's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna change a lot. It's gonna change a lot.
If Asuka could pull this off and take the belt off of Becky without Becky losing the belt, I think that might open more of an opportunity for Becky moving to Raw to face Ronda.
That's what I was telling you.
And like
before
me
I
and
said
Kieran
it.
were saying, that before. You talking about that? You could talk about that for a little bit.
Yeah, like I heard somewhere like people were saying like Asuka might win it like out of nowhere and then just somehow shake it up and put Becky on Raw and have her face Rousey, beat Rousey at WrestleMania.
That'd be a good way to do it.
That'd be
That'd
great.
be a really good way to do it. Because then you have Rumble. Rumble would be that trading
Also,
point.
can you guys
Yeah.
sub to my channel?
You know,
Yeah.
that
I,
actually wouldn't be a bad idea. But you can't have Becky take the pin. Charlotte
No,
has to
she
take
can't.
the
She
pin.
can't.
Charlotte's gonna
She
have to
can't.
take it.
It has to be Charlotte for the main fact that if Becky takes the pin, you lose the whole man gimmick. You can't say you're the man after losing that
Yeah.
match. But you can
say it.
she could still go in
She doesn't get pinned.
about how she's the man if she loses that title without being pinned. She cannot lose that belt. She can't lose that belt by getting pinned. She
No.
can't.
No,
I
she
can't see
can't.
that.
Especially if they're gonna do
can't see
Ronda,
her losing the belt.
Becky.
I can't see her losing the belt, but like Kieran was saying before, and
You know what
I
they're
would,
probably gonna do?
I would
just,
like to see
just
it.
thinking about this. They're probably gonna do it. If Asuka takes the title at Survivor Series or
That would be
at
so
TLC,
good. I really think it would be so good.
Becky uses her rematch clause. She's gonna lose.
Yeah,
Or you know what? No.
I think she would lose.
Becky,
I think she would
no,
lose the
no,
rematch.
hold up.
but
No. I'm
something
taking
would
that back.
happen
Give me
in
one
that.
second. Give me 1 second. Becky doesn't use her rematch clause. She goes to
Just
Rumble
challenges.
without challenging. She doesn't challenge at
I think
Rumble. She
Becky
goes
would win
into the
Rumble.
Rumble.
Becky would
She
Rumble
wins
in
the
Royal
Rumble.
She would.
Challenges Ronda.
She would have to. She would have
I
to
think
win the
that's-
Royal Rumble.
I think that's
If-
what would happen.
If they take this title off of Becky, she has to win the Rumble and challenge Ronda for Mania. I think without a
I think
doubt
that would be the other way.
that
But
has to be
You know what?
the
Who?
plan. That has to be the plan. That has to
That
be.
has to be the plan.
Because if Asuka takes the belt, Becky loses the next pay-per-view after TLC is Royal Rumble. So she doesn't have to use her rematch clause at Rumble. She doesn't have to use it at all.
Yo, you know what would be a dope storyline? This would never happen, but this would be a dope
If she
storyline.
wins the belt back at Rumble, goes into the Royal Rumble and wins.
Well, not even that. She goes to the Rumble, she wins the Rumble, but fights Ronda at Mania and challenges whoever's the SmackDown Women's Championship with her rematch clause and takes both belts.
That would be fucking. That would just be a big fuck you.
That would be insane.
That would just
It
be
would
a
be
big
insane.
fuck
That would
you
never
to everyone
happen.
else.
It's an amazing
I
storyline.
would think it would be more like she would win the title at Royal Rumble, but still declare for the Royal Rumble and challenge Ronda. But I love it.
That'd be funny as shit.
I love
That'd be
it.
dope.
So,
Oh, man.
would you
love
say that's the end of the stream here, boys?
Yeah.
I just want to
Yeah,
sum
I
up
mean-
a couple
Is
things
there
real
anything
quick.
else?
Answering Snake, I'm gonna
Any other
answer Snake King's
questions?
question right here.
Okay.
He said the stream was lit. Also, can you do a review of next year's Royal Rumble? We are going to be doing reviews on
Do
our
what?
Instagram
A
channel.
review of
Next year's Royal Rumble. We're going to be doing.
next
like
year's
next
Ro-
month? Like
wait,
next
wait,
month's
time out, time
Rumble?
out.
Yeah, that's what he's. Yeah,
You're
but I'm-
confusing me.
He's
Oh.
like next
Yes.
month is
Okay.
what he's asking. But I'm just gonna sum
We
it
are
up.
going to be
we are gonna
doing
give,
Nah, I got it,
live
I got it.
streams
Yeah.
of our
Well,
reactions.
not live streams.
Yeah.
We're gonna do live
Well,
streams
yeah,
of our
but-
reactions, but like we're also going to be posting on our Instagram page of Steeds Wrestling our reviews of the Royal Rumble and our predictions of who's gonna win it. On top of doing
we give
a
those,
weekly
Yeah.
podcast of what we think our opinions are on the past week of wrestling.
Opinions,
we can always
podcast.
turn
we
it
do
into-
this. We do this podcast on Tuesdays. We're open to doing podcasts whenever
As
we can
often
get
as
one
we
in as
can.
well. So
He
as
also,
long as
he also
we
said
have,
he can't wait for our podcast, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
but, I just
we-
wanna
we
thank-
got-
boy.
we got
I just want to
plenty
thank
coming in.
everybody who's tuned in to watch our
We got
first live
plenty of
stream. I appreciate
podcasts
it very
coming
much.
in. I appreciate if you guys can answer the questions I put every day. I want to hear your guys' responses.
Yeah, we want to
I
talk about this
wanna
stuff,
hear
man.
what
We
you guys
These
gotta
want
questions
say.
are on
we
Instagram,
want
by the way.
topics.
You know, if the more questions I put on Instagram, the more podcasts we're gonna have. If I could get a good amount of answers to the questions, I'll ask to do a podcast that day and throw it in there and just get it
And
going.
also, we're
Start
also starting to do that.
bullshitting, you know?
The wrestler of the week. If we get enough comments on that one, we might just even do a podcast
Yeah,
on that,
check
just
that
talking
out.
about the
Check out-
superstar
check out the wrestler of the week. We got
whoever-
AJ Styles.
AJ
AJ
Styles going
Styles,
this week.
former
What's your thoughts
WWE
on him, you know?
champion. You know, anything about AJ, keep it going. We got a lot of stuff going on the page. We're trying to.
Yeah, we
Keep
try
you
and stay
guys
active,
interested.
try and keep
We
you
wanna
guys
stay you guys interested.
interactive.
As long as you guys give us that platform, we're gonna take it. We're gonna keep you guys interested in as much as we can.
Hell yeah.
There's a lot. There's a
Hell
lot
yeah.
more. There's a lot more I plan on talking about in terms of what this happens in WWE. I plan on. There's a lot of things going on. I love what they're doing. I hate
And
what they're
you know
doing.
what? Honestly,
lot.
we're not even. I want personally, so I'm gonna throw this out there now to everybody. I really want to go back and watch like Wrestle Kingdom, and just kind of review that.
There's more.
But even
There's-
just like go back because we're not just doing
we plan
WWE
on-
here.
We plan, and if you guys have anything going on with New
Yeah.
Japan, speak
If
up.
you guys have anything
we'll
specific
pay
that you want to
attention
watch,
more.
throw it to us. DM us.
Yeah, we'll pay attention more. Believe me, I want to get into more New Japan. I record episodes when I can.
Yeah.
It's tough to get into New Japan because it's not, broadcasted weekly from where I could see. But if you guys are watching it, staying up to date. I just know the main guys. Keep us going. Keep it going. Helps me out.
Helps
lets
us
me
out.
get.
Helps all of us
It
out.
helps. It helps. It's interesting. We want to keep this going for as long as we can.
Yeah, no, definitely.
fun.
The more active you guys stay, the better it is.
We got, I believe, me, James, and Luke. We're gonna have a live streaming of TLC.
Yeah.
I believe that's what's going on between the three of us. Gonna live stream our reactions.
Is Kieran
Kieran?
involved in that?
Kieran sadly has a final.
Next day.
Yeah, they have a final. School sucks.
Kieran?
School's a fucking bitch. School's a fucking bitch.
Kieran,
but
do
you
what
gotta
I
stay
did.
in
Drop
it.
out.
Yeah, you gotta fucking stay in school. You gotta get
All right.
that education.
On
you
on
know?
that note, I would
But
like to
everyone
thank.
tune into that live stream. Believe me, you're gonna want to see our reactions to some of these matches.
Oh man, we
I
get
can
aggressive.
tell you.
We get vicious.
I can tell you these matches, this card, we're gonna get into it a lot more next week, following the week of TLC. and stay tuned for that. But be ready. It's going to be a nice, different view of us, our personality, how we react, see how we go about
We
wrestling.
feel.
We love this shit. We love this shit.
100%.
We love it. We're trying to do as much as we can for you guys. We want you guys to love it as much as we do. I
And
fucking
hell,
I
who
love
knows?
this shit.
If you watch that live
Love
stream,
it.
there might end up being a live match with one of us at some
Oh,
point.
yeah, most
There's a
likely you'll
strong
see
possibility
James.
of that.
You'll see James get fucking super kicked.
How
Out
it
of nowhere,
goes.
they
Me
decide
get
to.
suplexed.
They want to
You
see
never
the
know.
ref get powerbombed. That's cool too. I
Yeah,
try to
you
go
never
out
know.
there. I try to call a clean fight. I get powerbombed, but
That's
you know
so
it's all
funny.
good. It's all good. Yeah,
Shit happens, bro. Shit happens.
we want to keep you guys interested. We
Yeah.
want you guys to be interactive. Message as much as you can. Our DMs we're always open. I'm checking my shit. I'm on my phone right now. I'm checking everything. You know, I'm ready to go. You got questions? I got answers. Keep them coming.
With that being said, I would like to thank everybody personally for tuning into the live stream and for all the questions that you have. We'll be back here next Tuesday. What's today? Monday?
Yeah, no. Well,
Today's Tuesday, right?
yeah, we'll be back next
We'll be
Tuesday.
back next Tuesday to answer all your
Yeah.
questions. And with that being said, thank you everybody for watching.
Correct. Two
Follow us
Steve.
on
Whoop, whoop.
Instagram, subscribe on YouTube, and 2Steed. Whoop whoop!
2 Steed.